Sins. I do it for real, there's no reason to pretend. If I do it once, I do it again. Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up, I'm just doing me, everything is on me, oh you matter what. Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up, I'm just doing me, everything is on me, oh you matter what. Add it up, told her if it's all me, everything is on me, gon' back it up. Matter what, told ya I'ma do me, why you hating on me, it's not adding up. I do roll like a Mack truck, country heart, I might cop a farm and go act up. Lot of scars, I was cold-hearted, now I'm back up. Keep it real, I do this once a month, I don't rap much. I just take the money and go stack up. Only buying Carhartt, car to get tatted up. All that other bull, it don't matter much. You only climb me, I put the ladders up. No fault, I done doubled up on the workload. I think I fell in love with the bankroll. Pray up, get money, then we lay low. Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up, I'm just doing me, everything is on me, oh you matter what. Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up, I'm just doing me, everything is on me, oh you matter what. Add it up, told her if it's all me, everything is on me, gon' back it up. Matter what, told ya I'ma do me, why you hating on me, it's not adding up. Add it up, told her if it's all me, everything is on me, gon' back it up. Matter what, told ya I'ma do me, why you hating on me, it's not adding up. I ran up a check, I might do it again. Enemies close, had me thinking they're friends. 10 toes down, I'll be free until the end. Crib outside the city, I don't feel safe in my hands. Took so many years, I'm just waiting for the wins. I'm in debt to no one but the one who took my sins. I do it for real, there's no reason to pretend. If I do it once, I do it again. Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up, I'm just doing me, everything is on me, oh you matter what. Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up, I'm just doing me, everything is on me, oh you matter what. Add it up, told her if it's all me, everything is on me, gon' back it up. Matter what, told ya I'ma do me, why you hating on me, it's not adding up. I do roll like a Mack truck, country heart, I might cop a farm and go act up. Lot of scars, I was cold.
Hey guys, welcome to Texas Archery. This is Scott. I am here with
Bailey Honeycutt.
Bailey Honeycutt. All right, go ahead and pull in a little closer there to the mic. We have Bailey Honeycutt. She's one of our top youth archers here in Texas, and not only is she a top target, but she did a lot of bow hunting too. don't you?
Yes, sir, I do.
Yes,
Love
sir.
it.
I told her, don't say the yes, sir. It's that from East Texas, right?
Born and raised.
Born and raised from East Texas. Let's go ahead and turn her mic up a little bit so we can hear her. We are at the 9 o'clock line for the TSAA state championship. The ad said road to $10,000, but what happened?
It's 11.
It's 11. Yeah, we went ahead and added another $1,000 to the pot for the recurve group, which was $3,000. Now it's $4,000.
Awesome.
This line is very small this morning. We have, I think, 5 archers this morning shooting. We have a couple cameras set up so we can see. Looks like this might be the camera that we pick moving forward. We set up that one. That one's frozen, so I don't know what's going on with that one. So that one we will not worry about. So we have 5 archers. This will be our smallest line by far, and we will have 15 at 1 and about 15 archers at 1 o'clock, maybe 16. Then we'll have the same at about 6. Tomorrow is when it gets real.
There's like 50 of them, right?
There's 50 on the 1 o'clock line. 50 plus, I think. So we're going to be into the overflow range. That's the only range that'll be overflow. So here we go. We've got a couple different views. So we have several left-handers down. We actually have more left-handed shooters down there than right-handed.
Ooh, you do not see that very often.
No, you do not see that very often.
I know that from personal experience.
So we'll talk more to Bailey here in a second. But the one thing that we want to talk about is what is going on this weekend. And Bailey, do you feel comfortable enough to say exactly what we're doing this weekend?
Ooh, you get started and I'll jump in.
It's too early, right? So it's going to be a 2-day shoot. 2 days of shooting. Typically, when we shoot a tournament like this, what happens? It's usually a 2-day shoot or a Joad line, right?
Yes, sir.
And what does it mean when you have the double FIDA?
You have your basically qualification rounds, and then Sunday it'll be like an elimination round for the
Yep.
money, correct?
So what typically happens is you have a 2-day shoot, which is, Saturday, Sunday, and then you have a winner. And Joad, it's a 1-day shoot. Typically at 1 o'clock is what we do. Aggie does it. Nationals does it. And they shoot a 1-day shoot. Then you have your Joad championships as well. We decided to change it up this year, and we're having a 1-day shoot. The youth, the Bowmans and Cubs are just going to shoot 1 day, and that's going to be their Joad shoot. So they're going to shoot for their state championship. We have the cadet, juniors and above. They're going to be doing the same thing. Everybody's going to, on Friday and Saturday, they're shooting for the state championship. But on Sunday, I guess Saturday night, state championship's over. Those scores are now your qualifying scores, which will take you into the state or into the open, which is where you'll be shooting for the money. We will not be shooting by division, and we will not be shooting men and women's. It's just everybody is in one big division: compound, recurve, and barebow.
That'll be fun to watch.
Oh, it will be. So Sunday, it will start at 8 o'clock. Barebow will be at 8. Compound will be at 10, and recurve will be at 12. Those will all shoot until there are 4 left. And then once they have the top 4, those are going to shoot off starting at 2 p.m.
Awesome.
Plan that. You know how timing comes together.
Definitely.
We won't start anything early, but we potentially can start some things late.
All the time.
All the time.
All the time.
So we have we've changed things up a little for our technology here. We have 2 HD cameras down there. So on the left and the right side, so we can get some video of our left-handed archers. We had some complaints, not really, but we always see the back of the heads of the left-handed. Yeah, the left-handed archers. You're a left-handed archer, aren't you?
I am a left-handed archer.
Yes, you are. We had to work hard to find a new bow for you.
Oh my gosh, that was a struggle.
Yeah, you would think even if you order a new bow, it seems like those left-handed ones take forever to come in.
Unless you find it from somebody, but
Yep.
ordering them is a pain.
Yes, it is. So what are you shooting these days?
I just switched to a Hoyt Invicta in August, I think, a couple months ago.
Yep.
But I'm starting to love it. I bought it from a guy that I think shoots out of Texas Archery.
He
I'm
does.
not sure what his
Yep.
name is. But
Derek Begno.
Okay. But I'm starting to love it. It's a What's it? The DSX stand?
No, it's the SVX.
SVX.
So that was a big change from the Elite that you were shooting. The let off, the aggression.
Oh, no doubt.
The aggression. I remember
A lot more aggressive bow.
when you first shot it. I was like, so what do you think? You're like,
Took me about a month to get used to, but
Yeah.
now I love it.
Yeah, it'd take a little time. You have that Invecta. Is it a 37 or a 40? I can't remember.
40.
It's a 40. So it did take a little time to get used to that bow.
No doubt.
Do you feel like you're shooting about the same, better,
I think a little better.
a little better?
Right now I'm kind of slowed down, just my practice schedule with everything going on in the spring with FFA and 4-H stuff. It's a lot lower than it used to be. But
Right.
For when I was shooting every day, it was pounding.
Yes, and then when you take a few days off, it tells you about it, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah. Your arms start to get tired.
Yes, it
Very
does.
fast.
So I believe this may be the first scoring end.
I think so.
So let's talk. Let me see if I can get a screen up here. So you see, let's see a better one here. So we see a couple different targets down there. We see a 3 spot. We see a single spot. We even see a 60 centimeter target down there. Bailey, tell us. Let's talk about the 60 centimeter first.
Okay.
Go ahead and maybe explain that one in the single spot to everybody,
So-
and how the scoring is going to be a little different compared to who's shooting bare bow, recurve, or compound.
Are we doing inner and outer?
We're doing inner and outer
Okay.
for compound only, for
Okay.
inner.
The 60 centimeter is for bare bow. I think it's all ages, right? I think so. And then the 40 is for
So
recurve.
the 60 is for bowman to cup,
Bowman to cup. Okay.
for
Gotcha.
recurve and bare bow.
Okay, perfect. And then the 40s you see more often with most of the recurve, but some of the recurve shoot 3 spot. The 3 spot you see more often in like the compound, the higher up. I'm a little biased, but higher up shooters. So
Yeah. What was that again? Higher up shooters. Let's go ahead and get back to these targets. Go ahead and switch there.
compound will shoot inner 10 this weekend. So if you hit the X at the 10, but if you hit just the 10 ring, it'll be a 9. So it's a lot tougher. It's like hitting a dime at 20 yards.
Yeah, it is. I wish I meant to take some pictures of the actual targets so we could look at them a little better. But it was kind of crazy this morning getting everything up and running. And of course, I don't do anything small. So now we were installing a TV. We've got live
15
scoring.
minutes before this.
What was that?
15 minutes before this.
Yeah.
Installing the TV.
I come running in. She's like, "You got a minute and a half." I don't think she wanted to be here alone. Start kicking off the first live feed.
We would have figured it out.
Yeah, you would have. So the 3 spot, you do see there are some recurve shooters that will shoot 3 spots, but they will be shooting the outer ring for the 10. If you're familiar with target at all, there's a 10 ring, and then there's a small X in the middle, and that X in the middle is about the size of a dime. For compounders, they're required to shoot that dime to get the 10. Everything else is a 9. So the archers are scoring. Once we see the first scoring end, we'll go ahead and get some scores up there, and that way you guys can see what's going on. If you want to see live scoring, Eyes on Score is where you'll be. It's eyesonscore.com. And when you go there, click on Texas Archery, you'll see the 2022 TSAA Indoor State Championship, and that's where all the scores will be.
I've never used Eyes on Score, just between ends. So
Yeah, this is
kind of the same.
Yeah, it's really close to the same. The few differences is we designed it so that it uses the archer's devices. So we wanted to be able to do field 3D. We wanted clubs to be able to do it, and that way clubs don't have to purchase any type of equipment to be able to use it. And we're going to set this up so that it's super expensive for clubs to be able to take advantage of it. Eventually, we want this to be able to be a one-stop shop for, JOAD pins and keep track of all their data and all of that stuff.
That's awesome.
The next big piece, so we're just finishing up registration. So what that means is that there's going to be a registration page that if you're a part of Eyes on Score, you can go ahead and create a registration page, and then it's designed just for archery. So if you want to register for a tournament, you go in, pick all your stuff, boom, pay, you're done.
Easy.
and it goes right into the live scoring. There's nothing to import at that point. And so you can go ahead and just have live scoring ready to go, and you didn't have to do much of anything. How this app works is, excuse me, like this morning I need another cup of coffee, I think, Bailey. I'm dying here. So how it works is that all the archers are imported in. You have all your divisions, all that stuff. When you start like the 9 o'clock line, we would go to their bail and we would click on the little drop down, and it would show everybody on the bail. You would click on the name that's going to be the actual the one that's actually going to be scoring, and it sends a text to that archer, says, hey, here's the application, Eyes on Score. You go download it from Apple or from Android, and then you would put your email address in and the security code that they gave you. That was one of the big challenges, is we wanted it to be very secure, so we didn't want somebody to be able to jump in and change any scores. So it's designed to go ahead and sync with just that phone.
Cool.
So once you connect, there's no other person that can connect into it.
That sounds like something everybody needs to take advantage of.
Yes. So let's see if the live scoring, if that was it was a scoring round.
That was a second scoring round.
Second, okay. Give us just a second here. I'm going to go ahead and get this thing rolling. Let me go ahead and refresh this screen. Just take a second here. We're still getting everything together. Luckily, we got a small number here so that we can. Let's see. Let's go ahead and. Yeah, that's fine.
We can get away with being a little less organized.
Right. There we go. So we're going to go ahead and start that. So that's going to go ahead and go through all the archers. If you go to eyesonscore.com, you can look up the scores yourself. Of course, there's only going to be 5 scores in there. So maybe I should just scroll quicker. No, I'm just going to let it do its thing.
I saw Kat had a 57. Jordan has a 53.
And if you click on the name, you can actually see what they scored. So Jordan, click on Jordan's Bailey. Don't go down to the bottom. I saw her at the bottom there.
Oh.
So there you go. So you can see. So when you go to the bottom here, let's see, Jordan.
Oh, there it is. Totally missed it.
Yeah, so if you click on Jordan's name, it goes ahead and pulls up the rounds, so you know exactly what the rounds are. 10, 10, 9, 9, 8, 7. So it gives you an idea of what those scores are. Since there are so many archers out there right now, there's 170 archers that are shooting this weekend, and largest by far that we've ever had in this facility. Siwat, we hit about 135 was the max, and that was over 3 days of how many lines? 5 lines. So
Wow.
we're going to do 170. Today, I think we're only going to do
50, maybe?
35 maybe.
35.
Yeah, so it's not even 40 archers today, and then tomorrow we're going to hit, we're going to have a lot of archers that come through here.
Not the good coverage for Texas archery, though.
Yes. This camera, so this was a new camera, new lens. I may have to try to find another lens. This one doesn't have that stabilization that I like. This one here has stabilization that doesn't bounce when you move it. Not that anybody cares. So for 5 archers, we have 15 people watching right now. Can you believe that?
Wow.
Nice. So this is a serious deal. So everybody's going to be trying to get every point that they can. That's why you see the judge going over and checking that score. That means that somebody said it was out, and the archer that shot it says, I would like somebody to double check that. And it's not that anybody's trying to take any points away from you. It's, if you look at it in one angle, it could be in. If you look at another angle, it could be out. It's just how the lighting and all of that hits it. And we always encourage the archers, if there is if it's close, if you think that there's a potential that it could be in, call the judge, right?
Definitely.
You don't want to lose points.
It's a hard job for the judges, though. They have to make that decision, and I know it's nerve-wracking for them too.
Yeah.
Even if when it's on the big stage.
Oh yeah.
Who's our judges this morning? Miss Cook and
We have Wendy, we have Veronica, and we have Sean Harrigan. And so we have Wendy's done several national competitions. Veronica's a new judge, which we want to bring new judges in, and so this is a great place for them to come in and do some training. The opportunities are tough sometimes because most of the tournaments are big tournaments, and they want to bring in the judges that have more experience.
Done it before.
Yep, but this is a great format that we can bring some new judges in and let them try it out and see if this is what they want to do, and if and let them be able to work on their skills.
I know there's some compounds and recurves in here that make it a little challenging for them.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
Oh, compounders always make it challenging, don't they?
I shot with Jordan at Houston Livestock Show, and I think she had about, out of the 60 arrows, probably at least 7, which is quite a bit of arrow calls.
Really?
That were on the line. It was
She shoots us micros too.
I feel like we called a judge so much.
Were you the one calling it out every time?
She's my teammate. I mean, I may have disagreed a few times. But
Maybe. So tell me about the rodeo. I know that you just shot that about a week and a half ago, maybe close to 2 weeks ago.
It was a lot of fun. It's one of my favorite shoots of the year. I see friends there that I don't really see very often because it's one of the bigger shoots, but Houston's expanded every year. They started out the very first year, I think it was 3 years ago. They only had 60 people. They limited it to 60, and then they went to 120, and then I think this year was 240. So they had 2 lines on Saturday, and then a Sunday they had basically elimination rounds.
Right.
So you have to be top 8. Or for compound, it was top 8 from Saturday, and then Sunday you did head-to-head matches. I got 3rd, but Rendon Brooks and Cheney Elliott, they absolutely smoked it.
They did.
They did so well.
That was I wish I could have seen it because I know that Cheney came in first. Rendon came in second.
Cheney shot a 597 the first day out of 600.
That's not bad.
It's insane. They did so well.
Yeah,
I think Rendon ended up on top the second day. But
yeah. The head-to-head's a different game, isn't it?
Always. I've seen a girl from Outdoor Nationals I think she's from Vermont, maybe somewhere like that. But she was in 17th for qualification rounds at Outdoor Nationals, and then came back and won elimination rounds the next day.
That's awesome.
That's really hard to do too.
Are you going to shoot any? Speaking of outdoor, you talked about outdoor, right? Are you going to shoot any USATs this year?
Maybe Gator Cup.
Okay.
Possibly. But this is the summer right before my senior year, so there's quite a few things I kind of want to get done.
Right.
So we'll see. I'm not sure what the summer has plans for, but probably Gator and Outdoor Nationals.
We're definitely doing Gator Cup. I went and looked at flights. Flights are super expensive right now for Florida. We signed up for Arizona, so Ron will shoot Arizona. He'll shoot Gator Cup, and then he'll shoot Joad Nationals. That's the plan.
I wish it was not in Alabama this year.
It doesn't seem that far, but boy, it was a long drive.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Is this the last year for Alabama? Do you know?
I think so. I think it's on a 2-year contract.
Yeah.
But Alabama's always muddy, always rainy.
Always rainy. It's a beautiful facility.
Always have rain delays.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, definitely. Houses everybody pretty well.
Yeah, it does.
Plenty of parking. I sound like an old person. Plenty of parking.
Plenty of parking. How was the weather, Bailey?
Really, really bad. Every year.
Yeah, it just rains and rains and rains. Last year was the same, right?
Always. I think one year it was 4 years ago, possibly. We sat in the car for 4 hours on lightning delays.
It's brutal.
It was bad, and they finally canceled it.
I don't know what's worse. To sit there that whole time and then have to and then get it canceled.
It was rough. It looked like a Sharknado in the sky. the movie, what's it called? I think it's called Sharknado or something like that. But it's like big rolling clouds in the sky.
Let's get this thing rolling here.
Look at the live scoring again.
Get the live scoring going.
What round was that? Number 4?
That was
number 3?
I think that was number 4. I think it was number 4.
4. 3 times 4 is 12.
It's not real smooth. I'm not sure why it's jumping like it is, but that's something we may have to work on tonight. Find out why that is scrolling so slow. We have here, we went ahead and installed a TV, so now we have a TV that's updating scores below, and so as archers come in, they can see where everybody's at. That way we don't have to print anything off. And we'll just let this thing stroll through here so you can see. Maybe. There's Candace. Candace just got back from Dubai.
Oh,
She was shooting there for, it was I I know that, what was it? It was a world event, I think it's a para world event, because I saw that Matt Stetzman ended up winning.
Oh, that one. Yeah. I didn't know it was in Dubai.
Yeah. I think she just flew in, so she is dragging.
Yeah, I bet. Probably so tired.
Her and her Olympic recurve. Candace is one of our para archers that shoots up here, but I think she shoots everywhere. But she is welcome at any range that she shows up to. She's the one right there. Let me see. Let me go ahead and see if we got a picture of her. There she is. There's Candace. Candace is one of the crowd favorites. Big personality. Probably an understatement when I say big personality.
I've never met her before, but just hearing her this morning, she seems like a very fun person.
Oh, yeah, she is. She shoots left-handed Olympic recurve, and she shoots right-handed compound.
Now that's a new one.
And it's part of, because she's a parachuter, it's part of the disability that she can't hold the string with her right hand. But she feels more comfortable shooting right-handed, but she had to teach herself to shoot left-handed to be able to shoot the Olympic recurve. There's Kat Stiegel down there.
She'll appreciate that close-up.
I guess Ryan is helping score.
I think so.
Oh, you know what? I bet you he is Candace's agent for today. So when I saw the judge come up, I believe that was probably Ryan saying, no, I think it's in.
Probably.
But we appreciate, we have Luke Cook down there on the left camera. We have Billy Cook on the right camera. I wonder, can you guys hear me down there? Wave your hands if you can. Yep, Luke can hear me.
I don't think Mr. Cook's paying attention.
I don't think he is either. He just has the camera just sitting right there. But we do appreciate this takes a small army to put together an event like this, and not only is it to organize it and get it all ready. When you add live scoring, you add live feeds, you add a whole nother layer of complexity. We have a whole setup over there just because it was so crazy. We weren't able to do interviews, but we will be doing interviews for the next one. So Bailey,
I'm excited for those.
Yeah, Bailey will get to stand over there and interview people, and then we're going to take those videos and be able to show those to you. It should be fun.
Trying to come up with some quirky questions to entertain.
Yeah, I have an idea for you for Ryan. So I've got a little stepping stool, and I think you should start the interview and then go, wait a minute, and then grab the stepping stool, and that way you can step up next to him.
I absolutely love it.
You're in it. You're in.
Oh,
You're in.
Definitely. Definitely going to have to find that when we're done.
We will make that happen. Ryan is a senior this year. I can't believe you guys are getting so old on me. You know, we had there's this group that kind of grew up together over the, you know, it's that Cub cadet is like, once it hit, I guess, Bowman, and then all of a sudden, like, we hit Cub, and it was just this little small niche of kids that all kind of stuck together here in Texas, and we just all kind of grew up in archery, and you were one of them. Jordan, Ryan, you know, Colton Converse out there. Who else am I missing? I know there's a few of them. But you know, it's just that group, and it was bigger. And then it got smaller and smaller. I mean, Zach Rebstock was a part of that group.
Oh, yeah, I
Jacob
forgot about
Gonzalez was a part of that group.
They're all in college now.
Yeah, they're all old.
Jacob's shooting for A&M, and is Zachary shooting for anywhere? I'm not sure.
Zach is at Northwestern. He I think it's Southern Illinois is where he's shooting.
Wow.
So he's shooting at Southern Illinois. And I guess he's going on his second, or this is his first year there, doing very well. I think he came in 5th in collegiate 3D.
Wow.
That's pretty good.
Is he still like freestyle compound, or is he bow hunter now?
He's freestyle still. Some of those kids jump around. They go from freestyle to bow hunter, and what I'm seeing is it's kind of like when they show up at college, they may have to change their discipline because of a need that the school has.
Either that or money for the student. Could be financial, because bow hunter's probably just a tad cheaper.
Yeah, but what it does is it allows. So if you show up and let's just say there's 3 kids that are dominating in open class freestyle, but there's an opportunity on the bow hunter for them to be able to get the top 3, because the top 3 is where you get to go and do some traveling.
Okay.
And so you'll see some of them jump around just so that they can get to that top 3.
They're doing very well too. I know both of the Gonzalez boys. I saw them at nationals. I think they're both shooting bow hunter now, and they're doing really, really well.
Well, JP graduates from college this semester, and he is. I know he's already got a job or an internship already lined up for the summer. Hold on one second.
I know my mom taught me that. I figured why we fool around so little, and we keep track of time, being so serious. Idiots thinking it will matter, keep me company downtown before the clock runs out. Sun is shining, but the rain is welcome too. Friends are nearby, don't need another view. Time is not on my mind, but then it's you. Oh, I love it when the love comes around, and then I remember all things must pass. But I'm not gonna wake up, wake up. I'm not ready, let me have another day. Don't wake up, wake up. Keep it steady, cause I'm happy, I'm not gonna wake up. No, not yet, whoa. No, not yet, whoa. No, not yet, whoa. I'm afraid I'll end up nowhere. They keep saying I'll be fine, but how you know that I'll be there when it feels like I'm lying every time someone asks how it goes, and I save the details that actually mean something.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead.
Sun is shining, but the rain is
Testing.
too. Friends are nearby, don't need another view. Time is not on my mind, but then it's you.
So I'm testing to make sure, trying to get these mics to work, but our headsets to work, but it didn't look like they're working. I was trying to get them for our cameraman down there. Luke can hear me, right? Yeah, Luke can hear me, but this other headset's not working.
I'm not ready, let me have another day. Don't wake up, wake up. Keep it steady, cause I'm happy, I'm not gonna wake up.
All right, we're back.
Technical difficulties.
Technical difficulties. Part of the learning experience here, So we have these wireless headphones, and I'm trying to get them to work. Not really what they're designed for. They're gaming headsets I'm pushing this poor little Mac. There's just so much going through this MacBook right now. I've got multiple Bluetooth devices going through
There's
it.
a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot here, isn't it? Yeah, so let's see. I'm going to even show off something else here. Let's see if this works. You're going to love this, Bailey, if it works. Let me see here. Nope. Maybe not. I tried to get it to work the other day, and
What is that?
so I was going to connect my phone to my system here. So I'm waiting for it to connect. It's not connecting.
Oh.
That's okay. All right, so let's go ahead and get back to the archers. No one cares about us, right?
We're just here for the comments.
That's right. We're here for the commentary. So you guys have been living out in Palestine forever out there. What did your parents do to get you? I mean, there's not much archery out there, right?
Hardly any. The closest bow shop was probably anywhere from Canton, Jacksonville, or Tyler. So it's all within like an hour to 2 hours from us, which is a long ways to go to a bow press.
Yeah, even if, I mean, how are you a competitor when you have to travel like that?
There for a while, it was rough. But we built a range at our house just because we knew we were going to be in archery for the long run, so we knew it would pay for itself. But we have a bow press. You can shoot 25 yards in it, and then you have about a yard like behind your shoulder when you get to 25. But it's a nice range, and then we live on quite a bit of acreage, so we have plenty of room to shoot out to like 50 to 70.
Yeah.
I have my target set at 50 because I compound. That's the furthest I'm ever going to shoot. So that range has been a huge asset in helping me because it's there, day in, day out, middle of the night, whenever.
It's pretty legit. We've been out there. We take advantage of it ever so often.
It
is a blessing to have something like that out there.
Most definitely.
And you guys even have some clubs out there too, some kids. Or
do.
You did have a club at one time, I know that.
We run the Anderson County 4-H club, or my parents do. And so our kids kind of got smaller. We started out with about 40 to 60.
Wow.
And then it just like archery has been, it's just dwindled down over the years. So we have enough kids to shoot 2 lines in our range, and it's everybody gets comfy in there.
I couldn't imagine 40 kids in that little range.
Well, we shot at the it's a livestock pavilion in Palestine.
Okay. Oh, okay.
So we had plenty of room to spread out. It was kind of like a half enclosed barn.
Yeah.
So it was plenty big, but we didn't need it anymore just because there was only like 10 of us.
You guys just meet at your house?
Yes, sir.
You guys have a press there. You got all kinds of
Yes,
stuff.
sir. We have a 3D range down the road on our land. So we have a little bit of everything. So if a kid wants to shoot 3D and not indoor, they can just go down the road and take a parent with them, of course. But
how many 3D targets do you guys have?
25, I think. There was a year that we went to Foley, I think it was Foley or Paris, but they sell their ranges after that. I don't know if you knew that.
No, I didn't.
But they sell their ranges after they're shot at the end of the thing for like half price of what it's worth, I think, or something, just because they're shot up.
Right.
So we took advantage of that and bought half a range. So there's 20 on a range, I think. And so we brought home 10 or 15, something like that.
Okay.
But that was a really, really big blessing.
I need to come check it out because I think I have a few. I have a bunch of 3D targets that are just sitting around. We may need to get you guys to 30.
We have a lot of kids that love 3D, so we always try to keep it open.
Yeah. So we're going to try something here. I'm going to turn on another mic and see if we can get a little background noise. I don't know if it's going to be too much. You guys let me know if there's too much background noise, but I just went ahead and enabled a little sound in the back so we can hear a little of everybody that's down there, because we can't hear that noise.
Not really, unless they're loud enough. Are we able to see the comments for?
Yeah, they're right here. So I just turned those comments on.
There's my mom.
She says, "I'm here."
I'm here. How many people do we have?
There's about 15 watching right now, and I'm impressed. We only got 5 archers. We have 15 watching.
They're here for the entertainment.
That's right, just for the entertainment. Once we loosen up a little bit, it's kind of like the start of the tournament. We're a little tight, and as we go into this, it might get a little sillier.
We'll start cracking some jokes.
That's right. Bailey,
it's too early.
Bailey and I got to get a little comfortable, and then I can start picking on her.
It's almost 10 o'clock.
It is. We have, so the live scoring is not official. So if you guys look out there and see that you're in the wrong division or anything like that, that's not official. The official will be in the check-in. When you check in, they'll fix it. Couple little things that we're finding on the app is that once you start the tournament, it's difficult to make any changes on an archer. It kind of locks that database.
Which makes sense.
Yep. You have Candace. You've got Jimmy Chilcutt. You have Kat Stiegel down there. Jimmy, I was coaching Jimmy once, and I said, "Hey, you need to be patient." He's like, "I don't have time to be patient." But he shoots about everything he can. He'll shoot Saturday at one location and drive to another location and shoot.
It's a dedication right there.
Yeah, it is. So Candace has really come a long way. She a year ago, maybe 2 years ago, she was in a wheelchair for a long time, and she's done a lot of physical therapy to get back to the point where she can stand and shoot.
Awesome. I see a little support there, but that's like hardly anything.
Yep.
Wow. Good
Just
for her.
to take that pressure off her back, I guess. There we go. So we are back. So we are. Let's go ahead and look real quick. Let's go to the live scoring and see where we are. Maybe. Let's get a little music going while we do this.
Let's make a run together. I'll be by your side before we collide. And if the sky falls down on you, just beat it up before we collide.
So we'll let this thing run for a minute so you can kind of see the scores for everybody. There's not a lot of them out there right yet, but as the day goes on, we will see more and more of these getting filled out. And, of course, tomorrow will be a big day.
Y'all have a lot in your hands tomorrow.
So we're going to – one part of the learning experience is we didn't think all the way through awards for the youth. And so the youth are only shooting one day. We should have stopped. We should have the youth only shoot up until the 1 p.m. line, and that way we could have given the awards out at the end. So at this, how it's going to work is we're going to have to give the awards out on Sunday to the archers, the ones that are here, and we'll give out the ones to anybody that can take them to them. Wow, it's almost beat. The beat is almost with the. But we will be giving away $11,000 this weekend. And if that wasn't enough, we're giving away another $5,000 in scholarships.
That's awesome.
We will announce one of the winners at the 1 o'clock line. And we will be announcing the other one at the 1 o'clock line on Saturday. You can see 21 of 60 arrows, so they're going to shoot 30, take a very short break, just enough to swap targets out, and then we'll jump right in. This line is going to go super fast because
45 minutes into it and almost halfway done.
And with 2 practice ins.
Normally it's already like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
I keep looking for scores and then I forget there's only 6 of them.
I know you got to. It's like you scroll. There's 100 and it's like a needle in a haystack that we're trying to find who is scoring. So go ahead and refresh your screen.
There we go.
There you go. Since it's a website, it has to refresh every time. Well, this one refreshed automatically for us.
Do we have any bare bow today? Or is it just recurve and compound?
Looking down there, it's just recurve. So we have 3 Olympic recurve and 2 compound. So here's something interesting. The Olympic recurve had more sign up than compound for this event.
That's shocking.
So when we looked at data from the past, I know, right? So when we looked at data from the past, the compound typically dominate on the registrations. Mm-hmm. When about a week out, we saw that recurve had actually kept up with the compounds, and we started looking at the money, and we had to go ahead and put another $1,000 into the recurves. And that's why there's 11,000 out there, because the recurve stepped up and put enough money in there that we could go ahead and add that $1,000.
I've seen more and more interest in recurve here lately.
Yeah.
I know Savannah, is it Vanderweer? Is that how you say her last name? She switched to recurve. She's been a top compound shooter for years. She was on some of the world teams and all that stuff, but she's doing pretty well with recurve. I think her first tournament was Vegas with it.
No, Lancaster.
Lancaster.
And she
Right before.
made top 8.
Crazy. Mackenzie Brown switched to compound.
Did she? I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. That was a little bit of a shock too.
I don't know if that'd be. I saw a recurve shooter shooting a compound the other day. It's like they you know how recurve. I mean, they just stand in their own way. You know, trying to shoot a compound. It's funny because there are different styles for shooting either one. There we go. So we are only shooting one line today, or this morning, so that these archers can get it done. And I believe we'll probably shoot one line this afternoon as well, and at 6, which I am good with.
I wish we could tell them to smile.
I know.
They look so intimidated.
Jordan Miners.
It's early in the morning.
It is.
It'll be
There's
better.
Benjamin. Today's the day to shoot, I believe. It's not going to be as chaotic and crazy. You'll get to shoot in the big range, which is, we call it our 3D range because we have about 30 targets. We have about 35 targets total. Some of them we have upstairs just to get them out of the way. It's just so crowded.
Super nice
Excuse
in
me.
here. How long is this range?
This one, so you can shoot elevated for 3D. So it's 40 yards to the back wall.
Cool.
It's 30 yards if you go down the bleed. There's you know,
Stadium.
let's see if there's this camera, you can kind of see in the background, the stadium seating back there. So if you shoot on that back wall, it's 30 yards. So we can shoot 25 meters in here, which would allow us to do a USA Archery 25 meter shoot,
It would.
which I think we're thinking about doing.
That's Bowman. Oh no, you're talking about it for everybody.
Yeah.
I've seen those.
That 25 meter indoor shoot.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. We've actually never shot one. I know that they're hard to put together because when you start looking at timing, they're so hard to squeeze them in because there's always something else coming up.
Always.
So we do appreciate our cameramen down there. We could just set them up and let them sit, but it's a lot more fun to be able to zoom in on archers, and see their faces. And the quality is really good. So when you guys can grab, take snapshots of these pictures of this video, and they're pretty good quality. Jordan's face.
She may hate you if she
She
sees
is
this later.
not happy.
But she's always hard on herself. She's a really good shooter.
She really is. She's a part of the world archery team. She went out to Poland and shot out there. And
Awesome experience.
yep, I believe. So she's a part of that team this year. She'll be a junior, so she'll have to try out again next year. No, it's every 2 years, right? Is that right? Yeah, every 2 years for that team.
I think it's every 2 years. Because I do field in the...
Yep, field is this year.
Yeah.
Are you thinking about doing field?
Not the field.
No.
I have never shot enough field. I think I've shot 1 or 2 tournaments of field before.
Yeah.
Ever.
Field's fun. I like shooting field. It has a 3D feel, but it's a target. You're walking through the woods. There's targets up, and the elevation is really. I mean,
That's challenging for sure.
yeah. If you want to be humbled, shoot one of
Oh,
those
no doubt.
big old inclines.
Take
and
some
touch-
arrows you don't
Yeah.
really care about.
Yeah, it's like man, that thing broke in the middle and it hit way high. So you have to learn how to stand, move your hips, and release, and all of that good stuff, because the angles are crazy. Some of those angles are super steep, down and up.
Pro tip: lock your hips and use your upper body to move.
Yes.
Don't move your whole body.
That is
There you go.
for those bow hunters out there. That is very good pro tip.
Because I was always taught that your legs and your feet are your foundation. So even when you're shooting on a 30-degree incline or something crazy like that, then you want that foundation to still be there no matter what.
Yeah, what you'll see sometimes is, and I don't know if I can see it here, that they'll get in line like this, and then they'll they do this.
Yeah.
They go like that, and that arm's still straight when it should be more in line like this. Let's see what the scores are. Let's go to the scores. Go ahead and refresh your screen. They must be coming to the halfway point because it looks like they're taking down targets. So we're at 30 arrows. Yep. So not everybody has entered their scores yet.
So Cat ended with a 282. What else do we have? Some of them aren't.
Still waiting for it to refresh.
Yeah. Benjamin has a 245.
I can see that they're still entering scores down there.
Jordan has a 275.
Jimmy Chilcutt 260, 282 for Cat. And we'll let it just scroll through here while they're taking that break. Go ahead and play. We'll go ahead and liven it up a little. I know you'll love this song, Bailey. I'd like you to sing along with it.
Do I know this? Oh, this is Spanish. Oh.
No, this is East Texas.
I took 2 years of that. I don't know enough. I did enough to make 100, and I just forgot it all.
That's right. Just get through it, right?
Basically.
So the interesting thing on music is that with a live feed, you can't play anything that's licensed. So you have to pay for licensed music, and this is licensed music that you've never heard of.
Yeah, pretty much.
So I'll go through hundreds of songs just trying to find something with a good beat.
Call him DJ Scott over here.
That's right.
Jamming out.
That's right. So we are at the break right now. Bailey is not shooting this weekend. I'm not happy about that.
I'm sorry.
We wanted to see you out there shooting.
Yeah, it's been a crazy couple of weeks.
Yeah, so some of the stuff that I saw on social media, let me see if I can pull up some pictures. There she is as a.
Look at me.
Yeah, I think
I was
that
with
was
the elite.
That was
Gator
at
Cup.
was that Gator Cup? Yep,
Cup.
that's Gator Cup.
Oh my gosh.
I saw that one. I had to put it out there.
That's me, guys.
That is her hunting. I think. Did you bite something? Is that what you did?
No, that's just me being dumb.
You're winking at somebody.
That's just me being dumb.
Hey, boys.
We were duck hunting. It was a lot of
There
fun.
we go. So tell me about this. This was pretty cool.
So this is along with two others. The guy in the middle his name's Seth, and then the other one is Colton. Seth and Colton and myself built a portable corral. I'm not sure if that strikes interest to anybody on this, but
What is a portable corral?
basically, so in the middle you have a chute with an alley, and then you have a head gate at the end, and then all the panels will fold up on the side of the corral. So it'll be like a one-person basically pull-out panels. So they'll all be connected somehow, and they'll kind of accordion fold onto the side, and then you just start pulling them out, and then they kind of make a circle on both sides of the corral. So you can kind of behind my shoulder.
So what's the purpose? Is this just for all the kids at the school? You can kind of corral them.
We might need it sometimes. But we custom built it for a rancher, so he can take the corral to his cows and not the cows to the corral.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
So it's not a stationary because you can haul it anywhere. But there's kind of the finished product. All of his tractors are John Deere, and so he wanted it John Deere themed. But you can see the head gate; it's bright blue on the very end. So all the cows will just come through that alley and then get caught in the head gate, and you worm them or tag them or whatever you need to do.
So did you weld
We
all
did.
that? You guys welded
We
that?
cut, welded, painted, primed, sandblasted, everything ourselves.
How long did that take you guys?
We started the first day of school in August.
Wow.
And we just finished in February.
That's pretty cool.
7 months.
So there were other kids working on other projects?
There was. We have 2 gates getting worked on, and then we have 2 boys building a trailer. Just
Okay.
a little bumper pool trailer. And we don't have a very big shop, so there's enough walking room, and that's about it. Because that corral took up a lot of space.
Was this a part of it as well? Did you guys get some awards
This
from
was,
that?
we just went to San Antonio, I think, was it last weekend? Last weekend. And we got, so you have your class, division, and then your overall grand and reserve. So your class, you basically have, so ours was livestock equipment. That was our division. But our class was like considered squeeze chutes and restraining equipment.
Okay.
And so we're considered the restraining equipment. But there was probably, if I had to guess, probably 15 projects in our class. And so we won our class, and then judges came back for the division kind of winner. So that we got judged again the second time and won our division. There's 4 classes in our division. So that has, it's livestock equipment. So you have gates, livestock panels. I can't remember what else, but there was a lot of projects in it. But it was an absolute blast. We won our division, and then we got told that we needed to hang around because we were in the run for the overall grand, which is a really, really big deal. I didn't realize how big of a deal it was until you're, in the middle of it.
Right.
And the next thing we know, we have 11 judges walking out to judge us. 11. There's 11 divisions, and so to get the overall grand, you have 1 judge from each division. There was 11 and then 2 leaders. So we had 13 people out there looking at our project just to see who would win the overall, and it was so nerve-wracking. But we didn't win the overall, but it was an
But you walked away with some scholarship dollars,
we
didn't
did. Almost $5,000 each in scholarship.
Wow.
And then a buckle, lots of shop prizes, 2 welders, a grinder, all kinds of stuff.
So you got a welder?
Well, so I have a welder. We have 2 kinds of welders at my house, and so I sent the other 2 home with the boys because they didn't have one.
To the boys.
But, yeah. I like them sometimes. I've competed with, or I say competed. I've been on teams with those boys for years, since 8th grade. So they're like my brothers.
That's cool.
There's no competition there. We're all just...
No competition?
Well, we're on a team. But we love each other. It's great.
That's cool.
We work really well together. So.
That is cool. All right, so they're down there. I don't think there's much going on. Oh, we got a clock. We have really nothing. All the cameras are down there. There's really not much going on right now. We can see Ryan went ahead and put it right on Dakota. There's Dakota Taylor. He's our director for the weekend, so he is making sure that everything runs smooth. Oh man, my wife will be like, I'm getting sick. So let's go ahead and pull back to us. While they're taking their short break, partly because there's really, we are an hour into this, so we'll be done by 11 for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Our next shoot will be at 1, so we'll have a couple hours once that thing's over. This is going on very quick. Let's go ahead. Let's get the scores up, and we're going to turn on a little bit of music and have, I know.
A shame. When did we start losing and stop giving? I remember I gave it time. I love my time. Now my mind's lost in its thoughts. I want you want only you. But my heart's all tied up in knots. Wanna release it. 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 release it. Wanna release it. Wanna release it.
I ran up a check, I might do it again. Enemies close, had me thinking they're friends. 10 toes down, I'll be free until the end. Crib outside the city, I don't feel safe in my hands. Took so many years, I'm just waiting for the wins. I'm in debt to no one but the one who took my sins. I do it for real, there's no reason to pretend. If I do it once, I do it again. Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, you matter what? Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, you matter what? Add it up. Told her if it's all me, everything is on me. Gon' back it up. Matter what? Told you I'ma do me. Why you hating on me? It's not adding up. I do roll like a Mack truck. Country heart, I might cop a farm and go act up. Lot of scars, I was cold-hearted, now I'm backed up. Keep it real, I do this once a month, I don't rap much. I just take the money and go stack up. Only buying car to get tatted up. All that other bull, it don't matter much. You only climb me, I put the ladders up. No fault, I done doubled up on the workload. I think I fell in love with the bankroll. Pray up, get money, then we lay low. Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, you matter what? Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, you matter what? Add it up. Told her if it's all me, everything is on me. Gon' back it up. Matter what? Told you I'ma do me. Why you hating on me? It's not adding up. Told her if it's all me, everything is on me. Gon' back it up. Matter what? Told you I'ma do me. Why you hating on me? It's not adding up.
Can't see clear through the smoke you created. I feel my feet on the ground and it's shaking. How am I supposed to save the situation? Why the steps getting wasted even though we feel the same? Would you hug me in the dark? Let the worries go away. Would you do it all again? Do it all again? Would you leave
All right, we are back. They just went ahead and did their second half of the 30 arrows. So they shot 10 rounds at 3 arrows, which is 30 arrows. And then, right? Is that right math, Bailey?
Something like that.
Something like that.
I skipped school today, so maybe.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah. Did you get it approved?
I did get approved.
Okay, good. So they're down there scoring. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, Brian. He's such a nerd. Look at him.
There's Ryan.
Luke's loving that camera down there.
Yeah, he is. Luke is doing good. Luke, can you hear us? Still, yep. Luke can still hear us. I've got one headset working. I don't know what happened to this other one. But I should have probably worked on it while we had the break. But I've got a couple hours to fix it this afternoon. We've only got 5 archers shooting right now.
They'll forgive us if we miss something.
That's right. We did have one archer not show because there should have been 6. We may have to move them to a different time. There we go. The cameramen are doing a good job. I think it's Madeline. I should know them. There's only 5 kids down there. We should figure their names out.
I don't know 2 of them. Or
It's Benjamin. Yeah. You're kind of a compound snob, so I mean the recurve ones.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. Yeah.
There's that smile, Jordan.
Well, for a short time, she was trying to do like hand language, talking to me in sign language, and I couldn't understand, and that's when I need Billy to help me out. I can get Ryan to help me out. Ryan's in his 4th semester of sign language.
Oh wow, that's something I've always wanted to learn.
Yeah, we're such good parents. I was like, oh, you could probably speak sign language. You could probably use your sign language, right? He's like, well, kind of. It's like, well, say something. He just does something with his hands. I'm like, wow, you're better.
Better than me.
Wow, good job.
Me and my dad talked about learning that before, just for like archer tournaments.
Right.
So
Yeah.
We're on the line. We can like talk, and nobody's gonna know.
Mm-hmm.
But we never learned it. Never got around to it. I think it'd be really beneficial to learn, though.
Yeah, I did Spanish for 2 years. Just got it over with, like you.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much.
I know how to say "Le cuenta por favor por mi amiga," which means check for my friend, please. That's about it. I used to travel to South America, and I kept hearing that. And I was like, I need to figure out what that is because I kept getting the bill. There's Jordan Miners.
That's a good close-up.
So Jordan will be broadcasting with me tomorrow.
That'll be fun.
I think it's great that we can get some of you guys to do some of this.
Thank you for letting us.
Oh, yeah. Good experience, right? Fun?
Yeah, never done anything like this before.
Yeah. Why not?
Not like you can really screw it up.
No. Last week.
You can.
You could. You could say something really stupid.
Oh, I have blonde hair, so.
Could happen.
Possibly.
We, last weekend, we were doing a live feed with TSAA, and they came up and they're like, hey, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but we're going to have to shut you down. And I was thinking, did I say something? Like the first thing that popped into my head was, did I say something? And he's like, no, internet's bad. Internet's bad here. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, we'll shut it down. So we shut it down. We decide, you know what, let's just keep going. We're just going to record it. And so, like, it doesn't have to be live. It's not the same. Like, knowing that it's not live, we're talking, I'm just like, you know what, I can't do this. I did that. We probably went on for about 30 minutes. And I was like, I'm sorry, Wendy, I can't do this anymore.
Scott can't do YouTube videos.
That's right. I can do podcasts because it's like there's a purpose to it, right? Mm-hmm. So if you do a podcast, you know that you're talking and you're going to talk for X amount of time and you have a whole list of questions. But when you're just rambling on and you feel like there's no point, then it was tough. So I just shut it down. Just shut her down.
There was a lot of people at Cinnamon Creek.
Yeah, they hit.
Was full.
They were almost 400 archers.
Wow.
I can't imagine. We're going to hit 170, and
we're maxed out.
and we're maxed out.
Overflowed, actually.
Well, just one line. So we could have supported more archers, but they would have had to shoot on Friday, or we would have brought that to the range in, because we can hold 36 archers in here, and 2 of our lines tomorrow are at 36.
Ooh, wow.
So one more archer would have screwed us over. Put that one, stick one archer over the other range.
Poor guy.
Why would it be a guy? Could be a girl. I could have done it to a girl. No, I could.
Stick Ryan over there.
That's right. They would just think he's over there practicing. If you've ever been in Texas Archery, you've probably seen Ryan. He shoots 3 or 4 hours a day, if not more, every day.
There's some pretty good scores being put up.
Yep. All right, let's go ahead and see.
What was that, the second scoring end for
The
this
second scoring end.
Yeah, 36.
We have some really good shooters coming this weekend. When you throw some money out there,
It always attracts.
it always attracts. You have Devin Payton out there, Connor Sears, you've got Dakota Taylor, you have Bridger Deaton.
I didn't know Connor Caulfield was shooting compound now.
He switched. He was recurve and then switched. He was All-American, and I think he wants to try to become All-American on compound now. You got Ryan and Logan.
That's going to be fun to watch.
That's a good. They're good shooters.
Yeah,
Both
they
of
are.
them are just excellent shooters.
I shot with Logan at, I think it was Nationals again. He's a stout shooter.
He's a good kid too. Julia Cook right there. I'm looking at the wrong screen, but Julia Cook just won nationals, indoor nationals.
She won it?
She won it,
Good. That's awesome.
and I believe she came in second or third in the FIDA.
Awesome.
So she was a top 3 and had a national title.
There were some Texas kids putting it on this year.
There are.
There's some, I'm going to throw a little plug out there for one of my little friends in our 4-H club. He's a bowman, I think. He's a bare bow shooter, won nationals.
Yeah, I saw that little tiny kid too.
Austin Smith. If you've seen him, he wears his hats crooked.
Yep, that's funny.
Sweet kid.
Does he wear it crooked so he can shoot, or does he wear it crooked just okay?
Well, both. Mainly just to shoot, because if he's in a tournament, he just leaves it there. Like he doesn't
Yeah.
have it. But
Cute,
I aggravate
cute
him
kid.
all the time about it. He's like, Bailey, stop. He probably hates me, but I love him.
He broke a national record too, didn't he? Did he break a national record? I thought I saw.
I don't think so.
No, maybe it was a state record. I don't know. I thought I saw something out there, but maybe it was just he got a national title. Maybe that's what it was.
We need to look at the state scores, though, because I don't know what it is.
All right, let's get back to the archers. We have we have a big group of different archers down there. You have senior class for Kat Stiegel. You have master something for Jimmy. Jimmy Chilcutt. Candace, Olympic recurve senior. You have Jordan, which is a junior this year. She just moved up in January. Junior Olympic recurve. Candace, the face. She's like,
She's kind of got a little bit of a poker face.
she does.
I couldn't tell if that was a good or bad round.
Let's go ahead and there's blurry. That one camera, it doesn't focus as fast as the other one. That's what you get when you buy a cheap lens.
But this is Scott talking. So his cheap is.
I know. As
very
Wendy
fancy.
Cook, well, as Wendy Cook says, I'm a little bougie
There
when
you
it
go,
comes
bougie,
to
that's the word.
when it
That's
comes
the
to some of
word.
this stuff. Yeah, we have from when I started, so a little over a year ago, I was like the first live feed I put together. I had an iPad that actually died halfway through, and then I grabbed my computer and turned it on, and I had a mic with a speaker in front of the computer so I could get audio. And then
Hey,
now
whatever works.
fast forward, every time we do a live feed, I try to do something different. And I keep thinking, I don't know if I can do anything else different. Well, add another camera. This time we added the TV, so we have a live feed with a TV down there.
Interviews, hopefully.
We have, yeah. Hopefully we'll get some interviews. I know Bailey's actually looking forward to that. We'll get some interviews going. I think that'll be fun, especially when we have 15 archers down there. We'll have a lot of interviews to have. We can pull up. We have, we have a whole big soundboard here. This soundboard allows us to play some sound effects. So if Bailey says something funny, we can.
Which is very rare.
See, yeah, we can get a little laughter going. If it's a bad joke.
Oh, goodness.
Listen, it's still going. Wow.
Okay, Scott, speaking of funny, I have a joke for you.
Oh, great.
Okay, you ready? Why didn't the green pepper practice archery?
Why?
Because he didn't have an arrow. Mic drop. Dad joke of the year.
Yeah,
Right there.
wow. Wow, that is
There you
good.
go.
That's good.
There you go.
So I have a pickup line
Oh, gosh.
for an archer.
Oh, okay, let's hear it.
All right, so you can walk up, like a guy can walk up to the girl and says, "Hey, are you shooting gas strings?" Like, because you blew me away. That's funny, right?
Wow.
She's not even laughing.
Wow. I don't shoot gas, but I get it.
You get it. Thank you.
That's very few will get that.
Yeah, if you shoot gas strings and you lose, what do you call it? Tear gas. Wow.
Oh, that's
wow.
corny.
I can't even.
Wow.
I can't.
I love it.
So I use these with Eric Griggs, which is the owner of
owner.
Gas Strings. And Wendy
I
begged
bet he
me.
appreciated that.
Wendy begged me not to say them. Why do you think hunters like gas strings? Because they're silent but deadly.
Where do you come up with these?
It's so good, so good. What else did I come? I had like 10 or 15 jokes, and when I told my wife, she's just like, "They're not good."
Like, really?
Like
Really, Scott?
you need to narrow those down. I really think my pickup line was really good. I mean,
For the people who understand it, yes.
Wendy does not think it's funny. My wife didn't think it was that funny either.
It's corny.
Somebody appreciates it.
I love it. Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure.
See, Sandra says those are pretty good. Sandra, you like those jokes, right? I had to move over so we could see some comments.
Oh, there's Austin's dad, James Smith.
We have Devin on there, says good morning. Devin, he loves shooting this because he gets to shoot his 23s and nobody makes fun of him for shooting 23s.
Hey, nothing wrong with 23s. I shoot them.
Yeah.
I love them.
Ryan swears that they shoot better than his 27s. He wonders if he should just stick with the 23s. He goes, they just seem to be more forgiving for some reason.
27s is like chunking logs.
Yeah, they are. I almost wonder if his 26 shot better than his 27s. Because we shot 26. I'm the sponsor, so I have to say we, right? So he shot 26s last year, and we went to 27s this year for his NFAA stuff.
Gotcha.
But yesterday or 2 days ago, he didn't shoot yesterday, but 2 days ago he shot a 299 NRX and then a 297 NRX with his 23s.
Wow.
And
That's an incredible score.
Those are-
If y'all don't understand that.
those are
that's
legit
incredible.
scores, aren't
Yeah.
they? And he's shooting it with a finger release, an index release.
I saw that he switched to that. Is he liking it more? Liking it better? or-
He's okay.
Getting there.
It's he needed a change. He was
I
locking
understand
up.
that.
He was locking up with his hinge, and so his coach said, "Let's try the index." And I was telling somebody the other day, it proves to me that people ask, "Are one release more accurate than the other?"
I mean, look at Paige Pierce.
Yeah, I mean,
She's won all kinds of stuff with one.
with an index,
So-
yeah. Ryan.
It's all about consistency.
Ryan's putting up the same score he's putting up with every one of the
Yeah.
releases. So it's for him, he just wants a release that feels comfortable
all that matters.
That's easy for him to execute off of. Right now, he says it's okay execution. And I think I don't want to name drop, but we were talking, and I'm going to name drop. We were talking to Brady Gillentine this week, and they have the BG Pro release, which Ryan really likes, but he hates the click to fire. So when that release goes to click, it goes to fire.
Scares everybody.
So Braden says they just finished up on some sears, and they're sending them to us so he can try them out.
Cool.
And he's excited about trying something else different. I don't know if I'll let him try it. He's ready to move. Like he will switch 2 days before Vegas, and so you have to slow him down on stuff because he has no problem switching gear.
Ooh, I stress out too much for that. I'm a planner.
So this will stress you out. So Ryan is shooting in Lancaster this year, shooting maybe a Baylor 2. No, maybe the same. He was shooting right next to Steve Anderson, and Steve's struggling. He is. You can tell scores aren't where they are. You can see they're doing a lot of the head shake, and next thing you know, Linda, which is his wife, is over there. He has his bow, his cam on his foot. He's pushing down on the limbs, and she's changing the strings on the timing of the bow in the middle of the competition. And I'm like, okay, that's crazy. I've never seen anything like that.
Wow.
I've seen, we did this one time, probably shouldn't have, but we had a kid that had a timing issue. He's like, it's an issue. So we went ahead and pulled back the bow, stuck a screwdriver in there, and changed the timing of the bow in the middle of the competition.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it worked, kind of.
Kind of. Got the job done.
It's probably more psychological than anything else.
That is true. It's all about how you bounce back from it.
Yep.
Learn that the hard way. I think everybody has.
Oh, yeah.
In some form or fashion.
So Sandra's like, I never thought about putting gas jokes together with gas strings.
You're going to have everybody trying to think of jokes now, and they're going to start commenting on them, and we're going to rate them 1 to 10.
Yeah, so Rob Brown's like, hey, everybody here it's like not, everybody, some of us need help, when, with those 27s.
I'm going to raise my hand for that one. That would be me.
That would be you. What arrows do you shoot for NFA, or do you shoot?
27s.
You do shoot 27s.
I shoot 27s for Vegas, and then I don't shoot a whole lot of 5-spot, but when I do, normally it's 27s.
Which arrow do you shoot?
You
shoot Easton? You shoot...
I don't shoot my 27s enough to remember.
Okay.
But I shoot Black Eagle 23s.
So are they the Black Eagle the PS 27s?
They're the triple X 27s. I don't remember what brand it was.
Easton, aren't those Easton? I don't know.
Like
I don't know.
Gold tip? Gold tip.
Is it gold tip? Okay. Yeah, Ryan used to shoot a lot of aluminum arrows, and he started getting frustrated with them because, and I don't know if it's because he shoots them so much that he would hit something in a target that he wouldn't know that he hit, and then next thing you know, it has a wobble to it. Yeah. And so he went ahead and just because of that moved away from the aluminums.
I've never shot aluminums.
One thing we did just move away from was feathers. And so we were talking to Connor Sears, and Connor had said, you need to move away from feathers. And he explained that feathers can have some fluctuation. There's because they're so forgiving that, the feathers one could be smaller, one could be bigger, one could get
that makes
torn,
sense.
And if you're trying to hit a dime every single time.
I've noticed Connor likes the plastic.
Yep.
Not the Blazers, but
they're
the 3-inch plastic ones.
Yeah, what were they? They're the AAE Pro.
Something like that.
Yeah, we went ahead.
Hunters? AAE Hunters?
No, they're not the Hunters. I don't think they're the Hunters. And Ryan believes his groupings have gotten tighter with those fletchings. Rob Brown, he's waiting for somebody to come out with a 47. That would be
47.
Yeah, it would be like this big.
What is that? The size of a hot dog?
Like it would be huge. It'd be like,
golly.
But in this competition, 23s is the maximum size, which makes that, if you're shooting in the high 290s, that makes that score even harder. And this range, I don't know if anybody's ever been here. You've never shot in this range, have you?
Not right here.
Yeah, you shot over at the other 20-yard range.
Mm-hmm.
You shot in it before we had this one built out. The lighting in here is amazing.
It is really
Everyone I talked to is just like, when we first set it up, we weren't sure where the lights, because the lights weren't designed for a 20-yard range.
Mm-hmm.
So we set everything up. We had archers come in and stand. We're like, we'll have to figure out if we need to move these bales forward some to kind of try to, no, we set it up and they're just like, leave it where it's at. This is awesome. And there's lights from behind, and there's lights from behind the archer. And then there's another set that's 2 more sets that go down the range to the actual bales.
These cameras don't do it. Well, right there it does. It does it justice.
Yeah.
But
It's
it
nice
makes
and
them
bright.
glow. There's no shadows,
No.
which is a big thing in archery. Shadows can make you or break you.
Yeah, for outdoor, I didn't realize when we first got into it how discouraging because you look down there and you see this shadow, it does a couple things. It kind of throws your eyes, and also when you hit, you think you shot a terrible shot. And
then
even,
it's
yeah, and sitting in the 10, and you look down there and you're already frustrated, and you're like, it's a 10, crap. Now I shouldn't be frustrated. And
Plus, there's 6 of them down there. So
Yeah,
you're
and
like,
they
which
group
one's
together.
which?
Good picture of Jimmy Chilcutt. Let's make an arrow for Rob Brown that's 47. Let's see if he can hit that X every time. That thing, it would probably look like a PVC pipe flying down the range.
That'd definitely be. So 227s. No.
No,
Math,
it would be.
Bailey, math.
So, yeah, I mean, I guess it'd be
47 divided by
probably
2.
47 divided
We're
divide
not
by
good
2.
at
Really?
this.
2 23s? Right? It'll be
Yeah,
like-
about a what? A hot dog?
Yeah. Yeah, about a hot
Something like
dog.
that? Sausage link?
Yeah. I don't have anything here that's. I'll go get some calipers. We'll figure it out for Rob. We'll go ahead and get some PVC, make some arrows for him.
Have one ready for the next time he comes.
That's right. Yeah, we're still sitting at over 15. We have 15. I just looked. We had 15 people watching, but YouTube is picking up archers. When we looked at our numbers, the Facebook numbers are deceiving because it's if anybody scrolls through and it just starts, it shows that there was a view. But if you go into the data, you can figure out how many people are actually watching it. We actually had more people watching it on YouTube than we were on.
That's surprising.
Yeah, on Facebook.
Look, Facebook's a little more convenient.
Yeah.
But
It's the numbers are hard to translate because Facebook makes it look like you had a ton of views,
lot.
but YouTube had a lot of people that just joined and then jumped off. Facebook had people that watched longer. Is how that looked.
gotcha.
And then I also added Twitch TV. Do you know what Twitch is?
Not really.
Yeah. See, you're
it's
not with
kind
the
of
cool kids.
yeah,
You're not like me,
something like that.
like one of the cool kids.
Scott's too cool for me.
I know. I'm so dope.
I don't know why. Thought we weren't allowed to use that word. If Scott used it, I'm using it.
That's right.
It's so dope.
So dope. I told George he's not allowed to say dope, but I'm allowed to.
Do as you say, not as you do.
That's
Is
right.
that what you said the
That's
other
right.
day?
That's right. I had a meeting with the girls, and I told them, don't do as I say, not as I do. I think that's how I parent too. I'm sure your dad would agree, right?
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. We're gonna leave it at that. All the time.
So Jordan, we'll have Jordan explain.
look
Oh,
at
there we go.
Wendy.
Look at Wendy. Let's
Get it,
see.
Wendy.
I know how much she likes some music.
YMCA.
There you go. Flex those muscles, Wendy. So Wendy Cook is she is one of my partners in crime when it comes to podcasts. So we put a podcast out every 2 weeks. called Raising an Archer. If you haven't listened to it, go listen to it, because it has some good information out there about how to get into the sport. We've got some plans to go ahead and have some podcasts that are specifically around USA Archery, around TSAA, NFAA. We have one that's that we just put out was about Vegas, and basically the process that you have to go through to get registered and what to expect when you come. Because the first time we went, we're 2 days out going, when do we shoot? When do we like you have no idea, and you're like, you feel like you're just kind of
waiting for bail assignments.
winging it. But
pretty much get there.
That is, if we knew that was expectation, then we wouldn't have panicked so much, knowing that those emails are going to come out and tell us where our bail assignments were and when do you shoot on Saturday. Everybody's like, hey, when do you shoot? When do you shoot? Like, I have no idea. And like, really? You have no idea? Like, so we kind of explain all that. Just had a podcast with Eric Griggs, the owner of Gas Strings, and that's where I went ahead and tried out my gas jokes with him. And when I told him, he says, there's probably not much I haven't heard. And he said, I came up with some good ones.
That's fabulous. I'm so proud, Scott.
Thank you.
Welcome. I'm not very good at making jokes, but I feel like sometimes I'm good at telling them.
Okay.
It all just depends on the joke.
Okay.
Like the habanero, that was pretty good.
That was pretty good. That was good. That is a dad joke. Okay. Definitely a dad joke.
Scott would know too.
Yes, I'm good at those dad jokes.
Plenty of dad jokes.
We go. Luke's doing a good job zooming in on the archers.
Good job, Luke.
See if Luke can hear us. He can. Luke's doing good. Is it better, Luke, that you can hear us, or worse? He's shaking his head yes. Better. I wonder, I can't stop the, oh great. I made a change
DJ
and now
Scott
I can't even stop the music. Oh crap.
Uh-oh.
You hear all that? Like, let me turn it off.
Here you go.
I don't know how to fix that. Yeah, I don't know how to fix that without, all right, I'm gonna have to get on the computer. I'll let Bailey talk for a minute.
Oh goodness. What am I supposed to talk about?
Surely there's another joke you can give me.
I had to Google that one actually.
You don't tell your resource.
It's okay. Hey, have y'all ever tried blindfolded archery?
No.
You don't know what you're missing. That was pretty good.
Yeah, that was good.
That was pretty good.
Another good one.
Told you I'm not good at making jokes. Where are we in the live scoring? Was that number round 5 probably?
You know what? Let's go ahead and get the live scoring up.
Oh, we're almost done. They have 3 more rounds left. Can we get it to scroll?
There we go. You see how bossy she's getting now?
Trying not to. I got to keep the people entertained, and I'm not very good at it.
We'll get there. We've got 2 more tries at this,
Oh, sure.
and it'll get better. Definitely. We'll have to pick up your jokes though; they're not as good as mine. But there's Jordan Miners.
She didn't like that shot. I can tell.
That is one thing you typically can tell when an archer is happy or not, or not happy when they shoot. So Jimmy Chilcutt's been shooting for about 3 years now, and I mean he had never shot before. Comes in with a bow hunter setup, and next thing you know, he is like full out open class and hitting every tournament that he can, and continues to shoot everything he can. Actually, I think he's shooting bow hunter right now.
Scott's over here dancing, guys.
Oh yeah, it's got a good beat. See, there you go. I saw her dancing, so I had to switch the camera over to her. So it's going to be interesting this afternoon, Bailey. We're going to have someone that's actually going to control all the cameras for us.
Oh, nice.
One thing I've learned is when I'm controlling the cameras, I get busy talking, and I don't realize that, like right now, the screen is just sitting, on a wall. And so I think what happens is Luke falls asleep over there. He's looking back at us. So we have it. That camera is a little bit of a challenge, I think, because it doesn't focus as fast as the other camera. So it's if you don't stay ahead of it, it goes blurry on you.
Should we ask the viewers what kind of questions they want to hear in the interview?
There you go. Does anybody have any questions? So we're going to start, when they start coming in this afternoon, we're going to grab them, and Bailey is going to interview each one of them so that we have some video to show when they're on the line.
I'm trying to think of something interesting or funny, but I don't really know.
Yeah. We have, you just got to wing it.
Okay, we'll just wing it.
Just wing it. Somebody will have a good question.
Surely.
Yes. Sandra's always got good questions. She maybe throw a good question out there.
I have a few in my mind, but I want to make it a little entertaining. So let's kind of switch it up a little bit.
You got to ask them something non-archery related, maybe.
Okay.
Like, I don't know. What's your favorite food? That's not funny.
Generic. What's your favorite food to end this off?
Yeah. So
what'd you eat for lunch?
Yeah. How tall are you?
Might have to ask Ryan that.
Yeah. It probably wouldn't be good. Just, hey, you know what? How much do you weigh? I'm just curious.
Oh, gosh. Ryan's face would go red if I asked him how tall he was.
His face is
like,
always red.
He'd be like, I'm 6, what is he, 6'5"? Something
Yeah,
like
6'5". It was, barefooted, he's 6'5".
God.
He's tall.
Oh, I can ask them what their hype song is.
There you go. What gets them ready?
Yes. Their pre-tournament hype song. That's a good one. I mean, we've been jamming up here and I don't even know them.
I know. I think it's asking.
I wish I knew the lyrics. It'd be so much better.
I know. I think this is North Arkansas language.
North Arkansas? What?
Northern Arkansas. No? You like this song? No?
It's been 2 years since I took Spanish. Papa, I got that one.
Papa. Papa. Wendy's like, why on earth did you pick some Spanish songs? Has a good beat. Who's with me? Joe's asking, why is Ryan shooting in a sweater? He's actually the agent for Candace, the Arrow agent.
Luce como lollipop, dice que quiere fiesta, fajo, money, que tú crees, sal de aquí ya. Solo maquineo pero nada, yo tengo una fila de buenas así que están bebé. Quiere pretender y no les da, nunca travesura, baby, no soy Nicky Jam. Solo tú me amas cuando quieres juguete, yo no te bote pero por fea vete. Ese cobre yo se lo recete. Somos felices a distancia, ya no aguanto tu fragancia. Tú no eres consentida, te la tenés merecida. Somos felices a distancia, ya no aguanto tu fragancia. Tú no eres consentida, te la tenés merecida. Somos felices a distancia, somos felices a distancia. Ya no aguanto tu fragancia, tú no eres consentida, te la tienes merecida. Somos felices a distancia, ya no aguanto tu fragancia, tú no eres consentida, te la tienes merecida. Yeah, yeah. Luni, yeah, yeah.
Estoy loco por tocarte, pero no me atrevo a textearte. Tú solo bailas en mi mente, mi amor. No hay nadie más con que prefiera bailar, aguanta y baila. Como fuego iluminamos el cielo con nuestro amor. Aguanta y baila siempre. Baby, quiero nadar en tus palmas, no necesito sombra ni paraguas. Mi amor, me gusta cuando estamos mojaditas, botella como será calentita. Y no tengo mucho que perder, yo aguanta para mí. Yo te enseño, baby, todo lo que te mereces, mami. No hay nadie más con que prefiera bailar, aguanta y bailar. Cuando agarro tu cuerpo nunca lo suelto, encima de mi baby siempre te siento, siempre te siento. No hay nadie más con que prefiera bailar, aguanta y baila. Como fuego iluminamos el cielo con nuestro amor.
All right, we are back. Let's check out the live scoring and see where we are.
One more round.
Is that it? Just one
I think
more
so.
round?
We're on the last one. That flew by.
It did.
Right at 11.
Wow. 2 hours, 60 arrows. Not bad.
Normally it's 4.
It is.
3.5, 4.
Tomorrow will be a long day. Even this afternoon, we'll do we'll do one line this afternoon as well, which should go quick, even with 15 or 16 archers. Let's go ahead and get some music going. It got quiet all of a sudden, didn't it?
Awkward silence.
Let's make a run together, I'll be by your side before we collide.
Get
And
it.
if the sky falls down
That was
on
good.
you, just beat it up
You ever thought about going on tour?
Oh, what?
Ever thought about going on tour?
Oh, you
I'd
don't
come.
even know.
I would come.
I'm totally ready to go on tour. I will take anything on the road. You should have saw. I brought to Vegas. This was my wife. My wife is saying, like, I'm talking to Eric Griggs. I'm talking to Alex Wiffler. I'm talking to all these people saying, hey, you guys want to do a podcast with me? And they're all, everybody is so accommodating. Like, yeah. And my wife's just like, seriously. So you walk up to somebody and said, hey, you want to do a podcast? We'll meet in my room.
Yeah.
She's like, I was like, it sounds weirder when you say it.
The white van would just make it.
A white van
would make
with
it.
one circle window in the back.
Yes. Well, not even in the back. You put them in the front.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Yeah. So funny.
Is that it?
What did she say?
I think it's over.
Yeah.
I think that's what they're clapping.
Yeah, and so I brought all this equipment. Like I had this equipment
To Vegas.
To Vegas, yeah.
Ooh.
Except for the monitor. I did take one camera because those cameras really they're just too much. But I brought these mics, I brought stands, I brought
How'd you
this.
pack all that?
Oh, it was I
Did you
bought
have like 2 suitcases for?
I bought a special suitcase for just equipment, and it
Smart.
still wasn't enough. So I need a second one.
Wow.
So I took the soundboard and stuck it in and wrapped my clothes around it and all that good stuff. But it was, I think it was necessary. That's what I told my wife.
She may disagree.
She was like, "Are you kidding me?" Like I didn't have my sound. I couldn't get my soundboard to Lancaster, and so I was like, "Hey, could you go ahead?" I didn't bring any of it. I was like, "Can you bring it all to Vegas with me, for me?" And she's like, "Are you kidding me? Like you want me to bring all this stuff?"
My gosh.
And she did it. She brought it. We set it up in our.
That's the wife right
Yeah,
there.
we set it up in the hotel room there. Let me see. I know
On
I've got
the
a.
itty bitty tables they have.
Yeah, I know I have a picture somewhere here. Let me see. Yeah, that little tiny round table. We had four mics on that table.
Oh gosh.
Let me see. I know I've got it somewhere here. I'll share with you guys. It's the easiest way to share it. It'll take me a minute here. I gotta find all my pictures. Just so many pictures.
That was a really good last end for some people.
Yeah.
I didn't see some of them, but
We'll go ahead and pull those scores up in just a minute. Oh, here we go.
wow.
Let me go ahead and I'm going to send this to my iPad. I'll show you guys.
Through the smoke you created, I feel my feet on the ground and they're shaking. How am I supposed to save the situation? Why
Well,
does life get
obviously I don't know what I'm doing.
Would you hug me in the dark? Let the worries go away. Would you do it all again? Do it all again?
Oh, I think I've got too much going on. I don't think it'll let me send it to
Probably.
you. Let's do this. So let's see here. Let's see if you can see my my camera here. Yeah, there you go. Oh, it's blurry. There we go. Yeah,
you go.
that's
Yeah.
what it looks like. Kind of like that. My wife took a picture of us while we were there with Alex Wiffler and his mom. I mean, that was pretty high tech right there.
Shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah.
Here it is on the iPad too.
Oh yeah, that would have been. Oh, I sent it to my iPad. I am like
Smart
a
man
dad
right there,
here.
smart
I'm
man.
sending it to the wrong equipment. I'm like, what on earth? Studio mode. Well, there we go. So we are done. Let's look at the scores real quick. And what we'll do is we'll just kind of scroll through these real quick, and we will call this one, put this one in the book. So Jimmy finished with a 260, 250, 267, so he improved. 282, 286 for Kat. Madeline with a 274, 272, pretty consistent. Same for Benjamin, 245, 244. Jordan Miners, 275, 281. And I think that is it.
I think so.
Well, we want to thank everybody for joining us today with these 5 archers. I think there was
fun.
it was fun. You enjoy it?
I did.
First time you ever done something like this?
Yeah.
And so we're gonna have you and your dad come and do a podcast with us as well.
Okay.
And so we'll get that scheduled and have you come out and really our podcast is really just based on how did you get into the sport and get to the level that you're at and what type of support you had to have to get there and then what was the future
A village.
for you. A village. It does.
Village.
It really does take a lot to get there. And it's not as simple as saying, hey, I'm going to get you a bow and you're going to compete. It is a constant new equipment, new challenges. There's new equipment is always a challenge. And we've always done a very good job in our club trying to do hand-me-down stuff. So as kids grow, we don't let them get rid of that equipment. We just hang on to it for another kid. And that way we can keep it in the family, you know?
Yes, sir.
And that's what we've done, and we've been pretty good at it. And that's how we've been able to get some kids to that next level. But thank you guys for joining us, and we will be back at 1 p.m. 1 p.m. And we will and we'll have a bunch of interviews, and we'll have all kinds of fun. So we've got some time to get it ready. All right. Thank
Bye,
you.
y'all.
Bye.
I ran up a check, I might do it again. Enemies close, had me thinking they're friends. 10 toes down, I'll be free until the end. Crib outside the city, I don't feel safe in my hands. Took so many years, I'm just waiting for the wins. I'm in debt to no one but the one who took my sins. I do it for real, there's no reason to pretend. If I do it once, I do it again. Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, you matter what? Add it up. Bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, you matter what? Add it up. Told her if it's all me, everything is on me. Gon' back it up. Matter what? Told you I'ma do me. Why you hating on me? It's not adding up. I do roll like a Mack truck. Country heart, I might cop a farm and go act up. Lot of scars, I was cold-hearted, now I'm backed up. Keep it real, I do this once a month, I don't rap much. I just take the money and go stack up. Only buying car to get tatted up. All that other bull, it don't matter much. You only climb me, I put the ladders up.